Hello, YouTube. There's some things that actually needs to be talked about, and that's why I'm actually making this video. Let me tell you what this is about. This is about meditation. What happened to me to prompt me to do this video was an individual that is on my Facebook page, and she is kind of on the same spiritual spectrum as me, but there's a lot of different views on things that we do. So she had made this post that said that she wanted to quit smoking and go vegan and all of that. And of course, I was encouraging that. I don't have a problem with that. So I had just told her, like, oh, well, maybe you should get into meditation. That would probably help you with your anxiety and things like that, from the smoking. And it'll also help you expand your consciousness. And she said, sis, I'm not doing anything like that because that opens doors and opens portals. I got into meditation, and one of the things that I was afraid of was all of this different stuff that I've seen meditation associated with. Okay. When I went into meditation, I made sure I prayed to God and I said, if this is something that I should do, then let me do it. If it isn't, then tell me and have me avoid it. Don't have me do it. You get what I mean? And I kept going and I ended up doing it. Okay. So apparently this is something that I'm supposed to be doing. This is the path that I'm supposed to be on. So the thing is, when it comes down to it, I told her, I said, I've never experienced anything like that, opening doors and portals. I know that there's nothing but good that has happened to me from meditation. But just check it out if you get a chance. I'm not going to force it on you. You know what I mean? This is the thing that we have like happening in church and things like this. For those of you that are watching that are actually already on this path, had to stop because of something, or you're trying to start. Okay? When I first had went to church and I mentioned it to anybody that I had meditated or anything like that, they would say the same thing. Ooh, you opening in doors, and ooh, you opening in portals. No, you are not opening doors. You are not opening portals. What you're doing is you're becoming more aware. We all vibrate on frequencies here. Okay. We've been taught in church that some people see demons, some people don't. True enough, God can allow somebody to see it. But for a majority of it, it has to do with what vibration you are carrying to be able to see these things, okay? So understand this, angels and demons and stuff like that are on a higher frequency. That's why we can't see them. But in order to see them, if you did like meditate and you experienced some stuff, it was stuff that was already there in that area. And it's just that you became more aware once you meditated. So the thing is, even in my last house, there was spirits in there long before I had gotten there. But once I started meditating, that's when I started to realize, oh my God, I need to pray over this house. It allows you to see that type of stuff, okay? Unless you're sitting there and you're actually saying that you want to invoke spirits and stuff like that, that is the only way that that will happen, all right? Let me first explain this. Meditate means nothing more than to think on a certain subject for an amount of time. It can be used for relaxation, or it can be used for spiritual purposes. Okay. Sometimes you can incorporate chanting. I'm not necessarily saying that you have to chant. I don't chant. I pray through it, but some synonyms for that word: contemplate, ponder, muse. Okay. So the thing is that as much as people are afraid of it, it's not that, like, even in the definition, it is not a scary subject, okay? Because there's some of you that are going through this right now and people have stopped you and you were like, well, I didn't see nothing bad happen for it, but they scared me out of it. Or there's people that's trying to do it and then you were like, I don't know about that. The only way you're going to invoke anything is if you ask for it to come to you. Everything requires intention. What is your intention? Are you sitting down and you're saying, you know what, God, I really need to relax. I'm stressed out. That's what it's going to do for you. Are you sitting there and you're going, you know what, I need an answer for what I need to do next in my life? Then it's going to happen. You're going to get an answer. If you're sitting there and you're saying, you know what, I want Lucifer to come to my house, that's what's going to happen. Okay. So understand that. Okay. Because I have not experienced anything bad in my practice. I meditate. I make sure I pray over my house and everything like that. I believe in Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of people getting talked out of this because they're leading you to believe that you're doing something wrong. Okay. Believe me, there are things that are really amazing about this that you have not yet experienced. Okay. And I know I'm talking to somebody right now. There's some stuff that you have not experienced yet because you stopped or because you haven't started. And some of the more amazing things that happened was when I actually sat down to do this, there was stuff that'll come to you that you weren't aware that you knew. Like it'll just drop inside of your head. It's the weirdest thing. You'll be wondering about a problem. And then you'll be sitting there and you're like, man, I just don't know what to do about this. I don't know what to do about this. And then when you come out of the meditation, you're going to know. You just know. You just know. It's the weirdest thing. You know, you will sit there and you'll be like, that's what my problem was. And you just figured it out. Okay? Just because you sat there and you prayed about it and you meditated on it. Also, before I get off of here, I'm letting you know now that there's quite a few verses in the Bible that the word meditate is used in. There was different parts. I'm going to link them below. There was different parts of the Bible where it says things like, oh, he went out to the yard and he went to meditate. In Lamentations, there's like 3:28. It says, like, if it is laid on a man if a man wants to be alone in silence in his room, let him, because it was laid on him by the Lord. Okay, that sounds like meditation to me too. It's also another verse that's Lamentations 3:26 that says that it is good to sit in silence or to be quiet. Okay? So I just want you guys to understand that, whoever it is that needs to hear this, because the thing is that there's nothing wrong with it unless your intentions are what's going there. Anything can be turned into anything bad. You can use a knife for cooking. You could use a knife to kill somebody. So that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, because that's all, like, your intention behind anything is really what matters. But you guys, I will be posting this. Please check out the verses below. I'm going to make sure that I link them. I'll also probably put some of my older videos if you're interested. But I will talk to you guys later. Bye.